All right, time to geek out with Jesse Ritka and John Milan. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, George. We're past the peak of the hurricane season, but we're still in the part of the hurricane season where you can still get some pretty big storms, and we got a major one.
Yeah, a big one. Although this is Matthew moving at just, I said this earlier, glacial pace.
Glacial pace, I like that.
It's
Very,
so slow.
very slow, in other words, unless you're talking about glaciers melting, but we'll do global warming later.
So really well-defined eye showing up on visible satellite, and that just shows you that, yes, it's going to be intense, but again, moving only about 7 miles an hour.
I think we may have some satellite view of that also, taken from the space station, yeah.
Yeah,
Check that out. Huge, huge, and very well defined storm with radial bands, cirrus bands, and also that eye. That eye is very well defined.
Yeah, and this was the Passover they did earlier today, so that was a pretty impressive view there. But let's switch over and kind of talk about some of the past
effects and path.
I'm going to switch over there. All right, so intense hurricanes. What exactly what is an intense hurricane?
Well, you know, it's category 3 or above, 3 through 5, and that's winds of over at least 111 miles per hour, but they can get as high as 150, 160, 180. Some typhoons in the Pacific have gone up to 200 miles per hour.
Right. So where does Matthew rank? So far right now, category 4. So the current wind speeds are at 140 miles an hour, and that's at the surface.
Yeah, and this storm is going to be tracking straight to the north and pretty much right through the straits here, hitting areas of this area. Haiti's going to be hit with probably about a 10-foot storm surge and up to 40 inches of rain.
And then it goes into the Bahamas as we get into your Wednesday. And as we get into Friday and closer to the weekend, that's when it's expected to get pretty close to Florida and into the East Coast.
And hopefully it diminishes to a category 3, category 2, because when you get into that category 4 category, you're talking about major devastation, like Katrina and Andrew and Hugo in Myrtle Beach, yes.
It's all fun and games till they turn west at Albuquerque, huh?
At Albuquerque.
You get the point.
Yeah.
Coming up, if